Welcome to the lecture on keying theory module 2. In this module, we will first develop the probability distribution of departure in case of a pure death process, and we will also develop the probability distribution of service time. Then we will develop the first queuing model by considering birth and death process. In the first model, we consider Poisson arrival, Poisson departure, single server, infinite capacity of the system, and first come first serve as the queue discipline. So, after developing the model, we will also study some characteristics of the model, and we will take some example to show how the results of this model can be applied to solve some queuing problem. Let us find the probability distribution of departure in case of a pure death process. The model in which only departures are counted and no arrival is allowed is called pure death process. Suppose that a queuing system starts with capital N customers at time t equal to 0, where capital N is greater than or equal to 1, and departure occurs at the rate of mu customers per unit time. Let P n t be the probability that n customers remain in the system after time t. We derive the distribution of departures on the basis of the following three axioms. Probability of one departure during time delta t is equal to mu delta t plus order of delta t. Probability of more than one departure during delta t is negligible, and the departures in non-overlapping intervals are statistically independent and identically distributed random variables. Therefore, mu delta t is the probability that a customer in service at time t will complete service during time delta t. For small time interval delta t, mu delta t therefore gives the probability of one departure during delta t. Using the same arguments as in the case of pure birth process, the differential difference equations can be derived as shown in the slide. P n t plus delta t equal to P n t into 1 minus mu delta t minus order of delta t plus P n plus 1 t into mu delta t plus order of delta t when n lies between 0 and capital N. When n equal to 0, we have P 0 t plus delta t equal to P 0 t. Here P 0 t means there is no customer in the system at time t. So, no question of departure arise, and thus we get P 0 t plus delta t equal to P 0 t plus P 1 t into mu delta t plus order of delta t when n equal to 0, and when n equal to capital N, P capital N t plus delta t equal to P capital N t into 1 minus mu delta t minus order of delta t. Rearranging and dividing both sides by delta t and then taking limit as delta t tends to 0, we get the differential difference equation as shown in this slide. Now, using the initial conditions, we get P n t equal to mu t whole to the power capital N minus small n into e to the power minus mu t divided by factorial capital N minus n, where 1 is less than equal to n less than equal to capital N, and P 0 t equal to 1 minus summation n equal to 1 to capital N P n t. So, this shows that the probabilities of n customers in the system follows truncated Poisson's law. Now, we would like to find the distribution of service time. Making similar assumptions as done for arrivals, one can describe the service pattern. Let the three axioms be changed by using the word service instead of arrival, and the condition of the probability statements by requiring the system to be non-empty. Then we can easily show that the time t to complete the service on a customer follows the exponential distribution. We have probability of service time capital T greater than equal to t equal to probability of no departure during time t, which we can write P capital N t. Therefore, capital S t equal to the cumulative probability distribution, probability of capital T less than equal to t, which is equal to 1 minus probability of capital T greater than equal to t, which is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus mu t. Then differentiating both sides with respect to t, we easily get small s t equal to mu e to the power minus mu t for t greater than 0 and 0 for t less than 0, where mu is the mean service rate for a particular service channel. Thus, we see that service time follows exponential distribution with mean 1 by mu. The number n of potential services in time t will follow the Poisson's distribution given by phi n is equal to probability of n services in time t if servicing is going on throughout t, which is equal to e to the power minus mu t into mu t whole to the power n by factorial n. Consequently, we can also show that probability of one service in delta t equal to mu delta t plus order of delta t, and probability of no service in delta t equal to 1 minus mu delta t minus order of delta t. Erlang service time distribution. We have seen that the inter-arrival time and service time both follow exponential distribution given by a t equal to lambda e to the minus lambda t and s t equal to mu e to the minus mu t respectively. A two parameter mu and k generalization of exponential family is called Erlang family of service time and is defined by the probability density function S t mu k equal to e to the power minus k mu t by factorial k minus 1 into k mu whole to the power k into t to the power k minus 1 for 0 less than equal to t less than infinity and k greater than equal to 1. Note that for k equal to 1, it gives the exponential distribution. Now, I would like to introduce some notations for representing a queuing system. Generally, queuing model may be completely specified in the following symbolic form: A, B, C, D, E, where A is the probability law for arrival or inter-arrival time, B is the probability law according to which customers are being served, C is the number of servers or service channels or service stations, and D denotes the capacity of the system, and E represent the queue discipline or service discipline. Here the first three characters, that is A, B, C, in the above notation were introduced by D. Kendall in 1953, and later A. Lee in 1966 added the fourth and fifth characteristics to the notation. We also specify the following two letters, M for Poisson's arrival or departure distribution, and Ek as Erlang service time distribution. Using this notation, we describe the queuing models which will be developed in the subsequent modules. Model 1, which is MM1 infinitive FCFS, and it considers Poisson's arrival, Poisson's departure, single server, infinite capacity, and first come first serve service discipline. Model 1 general, which is MM1 infinitive FCFS. This is in fact a general queuing model in which the rate of arrival and rate of service depend on the length of the line. Model 2, which is MM1 NFCFS, in this model capacity of the system is limited to finite, here n, capital N, and obviously the number of arrivals will not exceed the number capital N in any case. Model 3, which is MMS infinitive FCFS, in this model we assume the number of servers is S, which are arranged in parallel to provide service to customers, and model 4, which is MEK1 infinitive FCFS, and this model consider Poisson arrival but Erlang service time for k phases and a single server, infinite capacity, and first come first serve queue discipline. So far in this model we have discussed the probability distribution of departure in case of a pure death process, and we have seen that the departure from the system follows truncated Poisson's distribution and the service time follows exponential probability distribution. We have shown how a queuing system can be specified symbolically by using Kendall-Lee notations. Now, we will proceed to develop and study the first queuing model, which is MM1 infinitive FCFS. Model 1, which is MM1 infinitive FCFS. This model deals with a queuing system having Poisson arrival, Poisson departure, single service channel, and there is no limit in the system capacity, while the customers are served on first come first served basis. This model is also called birth and death model. The solution procedure of this model can be summarized in the following three steps. First, we will construct the differential difference equations, then we will derive the steady state difference equation, and finally, we will find the solution of steady state difference equations. Let P and T be the probability that there are n customers in the system at time t. The probability that the system has n customers at time t plus delta t can be expressed as the sum of the joint probabilities of the 4 mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive events as shown below. P n t plus delta t equal to P n t into probability of no arrival in delta t into probability of no service completion in delta t plus P n t into probability of one arrival in time delta t and probability of one service completion in delta t plus probability of n plus 1 t into probability of no arrival in time delta t, and we should have probability of one service completion in time delta t in order to have the total number in the system to be n plus P n minus 1 t into probability of one arrival in delta t into probability of no service completion in delta t. The above can be simplified and rewritten as P n t plus delta t equal to P n t into 1 minus lambda delta t minus order of delta t into 1 minus mu delta t minus order of delta t, and similarly for the other terms and finally we get P n t plus delta t minus P n t is equal to minus lambda plus mu into delta t into P n t plus mu into delta t into P n plus 1 t plus lambda into delta t into P n minus 1 t plus order of delta t. Now, dividing both sides of the above equation by delta t and then taking limit as delta t tends to 0, we get d P n t dt equal to minus lambda plus mu into P n t plus mu into P n plus 1 t plus lambda into P n minus 1 t, where n is greater than or equal to 1. Similarly, if there is no customer in the system at time t plus delta t, there will be no service completion during delta t, and thus for n equal to 0 and t greater than or equal to 0, we have only two probabilities instead of 4, and the resulting equation would be as follows: P 0 t plus delta t equal to P 0 t into 1 minus lambda delta t minus order of delta t. Here again the same argument, when there is no customer in the system, there is no question of departure or service, and we get therefore P 0 t plus delta t equal to P 0 t into 1 minus lambda delta t minus order of delta t plus P 1 t into 1 minus lambda delta t minus order of delta t into mu delta t plus order of delta t. Simplifying and then rearranging, we get P 0 t plus delta t minus P 0 t equal to minus lambda delta t into P 0 t plus mu into delta t into P 1 t plus order of delta t. Dividing both sides by delta t and taking limit as delta t tends to 0, we get d P 0 t by dt equal to minus lambda P 0 t plus mu into P 1 t when n equal to 0. In the steady state, P n t is independent of time t and lambda is less than mu as t tends to infinity. Thus, p n t tends to p n, and derivative of p n t with respect to tends to 0 as t tends to infinity. Consequently, the differential difference equations can be obtained as shown in the slide, and these equations constitute the steady state difference equations. Now, we would like to solve these steady state difference equations. For this, we use the iterative method. For we have p 1 equal to lambda by mu into p 0, then p 2 equal to lambda plus mu by mu into p 1, and putting the value of p 1 and simplifying, we get ultimately p 2 is equal to lambda by mu whole square into p 0, and similarly we get p 3 equal to lambda by mu whole cube into p 0, and in general p n equal to lambda by mu whole to the power n into p 0. Now, p n plus 1 equal to lambda plus mu by mu into p n minus lambda by mu into p n minus 1 for n greater than equal to 1. Now, putting the values of p n and p n minus 1, we ultimately get p n plus 1 is equal to lambda by mu whole to the power n plus 1 into p 0. Thus, by the principle of mathematical induction, the general formula for p n is valid for n greater than equal to 0, and to obtain the value of p 0, we use the boundary condition sigma p n equal to 1, and this gives p 0 is equal to 1 minus lambda by mu. Hence, the steady state solution is p n is equal to lambda by mu whole to the power n into 1 minus lambda by mu, which is equal to rho to the power n into 1 minus rho, where rho equal to lambda by mu, which is less than 1 and n is greater than equal to 0. This expression gives us the probability distribution of Q length. Now, we would like to find the waiting time distribution. In the steady state, each customer has the same waiting time distribution. This is a continuous distribution with probability density function psi w say. Therefore, psi w dw is the probability that a customer begins to be served in the interval w plus dw, where w is measured from the time of his arrival. We suppose that a customer arrives at time w equal to 0 and service begins in the interval w plus dw. The server's mean rate of service is mu in unit time or mu w in time w, and the probability of n minus 1 departures in time w during which the server is busy is the appropriate term of the Poisson's distribution e to the power minus mu w whole to the power n minus 1 divided by factorial n minus 1. Let there be n units in the system, then phi n w dw can be written as probability of n minus 1 units are served at time w into probability of 1 unit is served in time dw, which is nothing but e to the power minus mu w into mu w whole to the power n minus 1 by factorial n minus 1 into mu dw, which is the probability of 1 unit is served in time dw. Let capital W be the waiting time of a customer who has to wait such that w is less than equal to capital W is less than equal to w plus dw. Then psi w dw is equal to probability of w less than equal to capital W less than equal to w plus dw, which is equal to probability of n customers in the system when a customer arrives into probability of exactly n minus 1 customers leave in 0W into probability of nth customer leaves in W plus DW interval. And then substituting the values of Pn and psi n W dW, psi W dW can be obtained as lambda into 1 minus lambda by mu into e to the power minus mu W into e to the power lambda W dW. And this gives a psi W equal to lambda into 1 minus lambda by mu whole into e to the power minus mu minus lambda into W for W greater than 0. Obviously, integral 0 to infinity psi W dW not equal to 1 because it has the value lambda by mu. It is also true that when W equal to 0, the equation 4 above gives that probability of capital W equal 0, which is equal to probability of no unit in the system, that is P 0, which is equal to 1 minus lambda by mu. The probability that waiting time exceeds W is given by integral W to infinity psi W dW, and using the values of psi W and then integrating, we get this is equal to rho into e to the power minus mu minus lambda into W, which does not include the service time. Now, we would like to determine some values of performance measures such as probability of q size greater than equal to n, which is equal to summation n equal to capital N to infinity P n, and which can be written as summation n equal to 0 to infinity P n minus summation n equal to 0 to capital N minus 1 into P n, and putting the values of P 0 P 1 up to P n minus 1 and simplifying, we get the probability of q size greater than equal to capital N as lambda by mu whole to the power capital N, which is equal to rho to the power capital N. Average number of customers in the system, that is LS, which is equal to summation n equal to 0 to infinity n P n, putting the value of P n and then simplifying, we get LS is equal to lambda by mu minus lambda. The average queue length is given by LQ is equal to summation m equal to 0 to infinity m P n, where m is equal to n minus 1 being the number of customers in the queue, excluding 1 which is being served. Therefore, LQ is equal to summation n equal to 1 to infinity n minus 1 into P n, and simplifying this expression, we ultimately get LQ is equal to rho square by 1 minus rho, which is equal to lambda square by mu into mu minus lambda. Probability distribution of time spent in the system, that is busy period distribution. In order to find the probability density function for the distribution of total time, that is the waiting time and service time and arrival spent in the system, let us suppose that psi W, where W greater than 0 is the probability density function for waiting time such that a person has to wait. The statement person has to wait is meant that the server remains busy in the busy period. Now, applying the rule of conditional probability, we can write psi W such that W greater than 0 is equal to psi W by probability of W greater than 0, and then simplifying, we get psi W such that W greater than 0 is equal to mu minus lambda into e to the power minus mu minus lambda into W. The average waiting time of a customer which is in Q is given by WQ is equal to 0 to infinity W into psi W dW. Putting the values of psi W dW and integrating, we get WQ is equal to rho by mu into 1 minus rho, which is again equal to lambda by mu into mu minus lambda. The expected waiting time in the system is equal to the expected waiting time in the queue plus expected service time. Therefore, we can write WS equal to WQ plus 1 minus 1 by mu, which is equal to lambda by mu into mu minus lambda plus 1 by mu, which is equal to 1 by mu minus lambda. The expected length of the busy period is given by expected value of W given that W greater than 0, which is equal to integral 0 to infinity W psi W, where W greater than 0 dW, and then integrating and simplifying, we get the expected length of the busy period as 1 by mu minus lambda, and which is equal to 1 by mu into 1 minus rho. Average length of non-empty queue is given by expected value of L, where L greater than 0, which is equal to Ls by probability of an arrival has to wait, that is L greater than 0. We can write it as Ls by 1 minus P 0, and putting the values of Ls and P 0, we ultimately get the expected length of non-empty queue as mu by mu minus lambda, which is equal to 1 by 1 minus rho. Interrelationship between Ls, LQ, Ws and WQ. It can be proved under general conditions of arrival, departure and service discipline that the formula Ls equal to lambda Ws, then LQ equal to lambda WQ hold in general. These formulas are called Little's formula, and these formula act as key points in establishing the strong relationship between Wx, WQ, Ls and LQ, which can be found as follows. By definition, we have WQ, that is expected waiting time in Q, is equal to expected waiting time in the system minus expected service time, that is Ws minus 1 by mu, and then multiplying both sides by lambda and using the Little's formula, we can get LQ equal to Ls minus lambda by mu. So, from this relationship, one thing is to be noticed, that once the value of one of the performance measure is known, then the values of other performance measures, other 3 performance measures can be immediately obtained. Now, we would like to show you how the results of this model can be used to solve some problem. Consider this example. Telephone users arrive at a booth following a Poisson distribution with an average time of 5 minutes between one arrival and the next. The time taken for a telephone call is on an average 3 minutes, and it follows an exponential distribution. What is the probability that the booth is busy? How much service rate should be increased in order to reduce the waiting time to less than or equal to half of the present waiting time? From this problem, we see that the arrival rate lambda equal to 12 per hour and the service rate is mu, which is equal to 20 per hour. So, the probability that the booth is busy equal to 1 minus P 0 equal to lambda by mu, which is equal to 0.60. average waiting time in queue WQ, which is equal to lambda by mu into mu minus lambda, which is equal to 3 by 40 hours, and average waiting time in the system WS, which is equal to 1 by mu minus lambda, which is equal to 1 by 8 hours. In case the waiting time is required to reduce to half, WS dash equal to 1 by mu dash minus lambda, and in that case we can easily find the value of mu dash as 28 per hour. So, initially the service rate was 20 per hour. Now, we have to increase the service rate to 28 per hour in order to reduce the waiting time to half. In this module, we have discussed so far the probability distribution of departure in case of a pure bath process, and we have also determined the probability distribution of service time. Then we have developed the first queuing model, that is MM1 infinitive FCFS, and we have studied some characteristics of the model. But one thing is to be noticed here, that this model has some limitations. One possible limitation is that the waiting space can be finite, but in this model we have assumed the waiting space is unlimited. Another possibility is that arrival rate can be state dependent. Potential customers are usually discouraged to enter or join in the queue when there is a long queue. So, in this model we have assumed that the customers are arriving in the system at a constant rate. Thus, we see that the validity of the model depends on some assumptions, where the assumptions, some of the assumptions may be unrealistic in practice in some circumstances. With this remark, we end this module.